In this video, I will show you how to work the Honeycomb Brioche stitch. This is a dense and textured stitch, perfect for warm winter knits, and we use it in our George's cardigan. Today we're using 2 strands of our Shabaka yarn in Pink Lemonade and a pair of our 5mm rosewood knitting needles. Let's get started. Honeycomb Brioche is made up of 2 rows which are alternated, so repeat these 2 rows to keep knitting up the pattern. Here we are working over an uneven number of stitches. So to begin row 1, you need to purl your first stitch. So completely normal purl. And to work the next stitch, insert your right needle through the loop below the next stitch from right to left. Wrap your yarn and complete as a normal purl stitch. So rather than knitting this stitch which is on the needle, you need to insert your right needle into the stitch in the row below. So here. Wrap your yarn as for a normal purl stitch and then pull it through and then slide that stitch off your left needle. So I feel like it's going to drop or unravel, but trust me, it won't. So you just need to keep repeating those 2 steps of purling a stitch as normal and then purling a stitch into the row below, so in there. Purl a normal stitch, purl into the row below. Purl a normal stitch, and then go into a stitch in the row below. So yeah, just keep alternating between those 2 steps to work row 1 of Honeycomb Brioche stitch. It might seem odd at first, like knitting into the row below, but the more you do it, the more natural it'll feel. And when you get to the end of your row, just purl your last stitch, like so. So now it's time to work the second pattern row. And on this side of the fabric, it just looks almost like a normal stocking stitch fabric, whereas the other side is the textured side. So to work pattern row 2, what you need to do is, instead of inserting your needle into the stitch on your left hand needle, you're going to go into the row below and complete as a normal knit stitch, like so, and then slide that stitch off your left needle. For the next stitch, you're going to knit as normal, and then you're going to keep alternating between working into the row below and working a normal knit stitch right across row 2. So not in here, but into here. Knit 1. And so going into this gap here to the row below. And then knit as normal. And just keep repeating those 2 steps right across your row. And by knitting into the row below, you create this dense textured fabric, which is really great if you want something warm with like an unusual stitch texture. And it's really not a difficult stitch to do, just these 2 pattern rows which you need to alternate between. And once you get to your last stitch, knit that stitch. So there you have it. Just keep alternating between those 2 pattern rows and you will be able to continue working in Honeycomb Brioche stitch.